I say go and sleep because, like Jesus Christ say, can you add more years of your life while thinking about this situation that you are going through? No, no. So believe in God, have faith, believe with positivity, and everything. Like you were, I think you were the alchemist of Paulo Coelho. When you think, no matter what, you still keep positive thought. You have faith that things will happen good. The universe will align for this thing to happen in a good way. That you sometimes you cannot be thinking too much about the problem. I've been in such situation, and I was thinking, not even sleeping, but in the morning the problem was still there, and it didn't change anything um, from me thinking about it. And the day after, and the day before, I have been stressed for nothing because the situation was still there. So I realized with time, you know what? I just take something to laugh. I watch a movie that make me laugh. I do something, I try not to think about it. And when the day of the situation that I must face comes, I, like, you know, it's every day. Take the situation, the day. Don't, like, I don't know how to say that in English. It's kind of difficult for me to explain that. It's a day by day process. You cannot solve, like, magically solve a situation. When that situation, that, or maybe the situation that you are going to, and you know you're going to meet that people, or I don't know what, you have to meet them, but the day before you didn't sleep, it won't change anything, okay? So I think, like I said earlier, be in a good mood. Go and face the situation, and you will realize one thing: you didn't die. You will not die. Um, the situation will be here. It will not be the end of the world. It will not be the end of the world. And you have to think like there are other people out there who are going through worse situation than me. And remember that it's for a period of time. I'm not going to stay there in that situation forever. And something I was really troubled a lot. And one day I was sitting on my table. I didn't know what to do. And then God told me one thing, remind me of Psalm. And that part of the Psalm, I try to just say the way I can say it in my way, that even if I walk through the shadow of death, I will not die. God will be with me. I mean, you know. And what I understand for me, that part was like, the shadow of death is not death. The shadow of death can be any trouble, any difficult situation I was going through. And God was reminding me that even if you cannot even pray, you cannot even think, you are just crying about the situation, you are stressed, remember that I'm still with you. You're not going to face it yourself on your own. You are not alone. And that is very important for me to remember that. And I couldn't pray. Sometimes you are like, what can I do? It's too bad. But then the situation happened one day, 2 day, and then you are through it. And then remember one thing, you learn something from that situation. Any challenge, remember one thing, you have to come out of the challenge with something that build you up emotionally, psychologically, and you know that you have learned something, and then you can move on. Don't think about it anymore. If you want to think about it, just think about what you've learned from that situation, and move on. So the keys of happiness is not that difficult. It's to know when to sleep on time. It's to know when you eat, when you like to enjoy your waffles. You like your chocolate, your crepe. You want to travel, you can travel if you can afford travel, but just enjoy life at the moment. At the moment. Love the people around you at the moment. Show your appreciation, show your love at the moment. Few years ago, there was I watched something about African poet that I know. He's from Ivory Coast, I think, and I grew up reading his poetry, his books, and he was 100 years old, and the people went to see him to his place, to his house. When they say he was 100 years old, I was thinking about that he was already tired, and but they wonder. The man came, he was smiling, he sat down, he talked about his book, he talked about life. Then the journalist, who was really impressed, and she was young, way younger than him, she asked him, what is the secret of your longevity? I mean, what is the secret of your long life? You've been here on earth like for 100 years, and that's a lot, and you still like enjoying life, like liking things around. And his answer was happiness. Happiness is what made me live longer. So it tells you everything in one sentence, in one word. Happiness is the reason why I lived longer. And then she asked him, so what are the key? What makes you happy? He said, little things makes me happy. I enjoy everything. I go, if I have a glass of wine, I don't do any excess. I just enjoy my wine. I drink it and I laugh. I can do things that I like, go outside, enjoy the flower. I try not to stress too much on situation. And that was a very good lesson for me. And I realized that happiness is on our hand. We don't necessarily need to run to buy a book to know what is happiness. Your children are your happiness. Your family who love you and you love them in turn are happiness. Going to the park is happiness. Enjoying your food, your donut, and say, and God created this for me, and God created orange for me. This is happiness. Know when to put yourself first. Not being selfish, but when you have to put yourself first, this is happiness. Happiness is not like running for like doing many things, transformation of whatsoever. It's just the moment, enjoying what you have, even if you plan to have more, but it's a process. Thank you. I hope I just share something interesting. So if you like it, you can click on the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want.